wanting you to find all positive values of k so that the trinomial can be factored. All right, now this is not that perfect square trinomial. The next example I do will deal with that. This is just any old trinomial. Now, the thing is, all right, you could just randomly guess and check this, all right, but that's going to take a long time. You're going to have lots of numbers you're going to have to try. You're going to have to try and then see if it works, see if it factors, that sort of thing. All right, there is a systematic way to do this. All right, and if you kind of apply the slide and divide rule that we just did, all right, then it kind of makes it quicker. All right, so let's say I've got two numbers. All right, and I go to multiply them. So like 2 times 9, I could do this slide part. All right, the 2 and the 9. And I'm just going to use two random variables here. Like a u times v is equal to, well, 2 times 9 is 18. All right, and the variables here, don't get caught up with the variables because some people that just confuses the heck out of them. I'm going to take 2 times 9 and I'm going to get 18. All right, that's part of the slide and divide. Okay, now what I have to think is, how do I get that k? Well, under normal circumstances, I add two numbers, right? When I'm doing the foiling, I add the inside, to multiply the inside numbers and then multiply the outside numbers, and then I add them up. So I've got an addition to get to that middle term. So think of it as your u and k. Think of it as u and k, u and v. U plus v has got to equal my k. All right, so in other words, what am I going to use? I'm going to use my factors of 18 because I did the slide there. So I need all my factors of 18. But what am I going to do with those factors? I'm going to add them up to get a k. All right, now factors of 18, well, 1 and 18 are factors of 18. So 1 plus 18. All right, and then another set of factors would be 2 and 9. 2 times 9 is 18. So I'm going to add up those. All right, I'm also going to do what? 3 times 6 is 18. All right, now technically, couldn't I also have a -1 times a -18? I could, couldn't I? And couldn't I also have a -2 and a -9? Because -2 times -9 is positive 18. All right, I could also do a -3 plus a -6. Okay, have I missed any? If I do 4, won't go into it, 5 won't go into it, then I'm at 6. All right, so that should be all of my possible factors, right? Now, when I add going across, I get 19. When I add going across, 9, 10, 11, I get 11. When I add going across, I get a 9. Here, I get a -19. Here, I get a -11. And here, I get a -9. All right, but the question asked for positive values of k. All right, well, these are all my k values. These are all my k values. All right, these are all my k values. Why? Because I added them up and that was my k value. All right, so we're going to cross out this one because it's negative. We don't want that one. We're going to cross out this one because it's negative. We don't care about that. We're going to cross out that one. It's negative. I only want positive values of k. So I have 3 possibilities. All right, so here, let's write this. 3 positive k values. All right, right there they are, 19, 11, and 9. So I've come up with 3 positive, that's an abbreviation, k values. All right, now I've got my k's. Now it says show the factorization of each of them. So then technically you've got to show 3 factorings. All right, when k is 19, the problem is 2x squared plus 19x plus 9, and then you need to factor it. When k is 11, all right, then I have a 2x squared plus an 11x plus a 9, putting that k value in. All right, and then when k is 9, I have a 2x squared plus a 9x plus a 9. All right, so I've got 3 trinomials because I had 3 values of k, and it wants me to do the factorization. All right, now we're not going to go through the factorization because you guys can factor this. Okay, so this would be slide and divide, slide and divide, slide and divide. All right, they should all factor. All right, so this one is a 2x plus a 1, and this one is an x plus a 9. All right, this one factors into an x plus a 1 and a 2x plus a 9. This one factors into a 2x plus a 3 and an x plus a 3. All right, so slide and divide here. Let's write that in here, slide and divide. All right, so you would slide and divide each of those, and then you would have your 3 factored forms, okay, assuming I didn't make any mistakes there, okay? So this question is one type of question that shows up on the graded homework. All right, it's a thinking one. It's applying what you know. It's kind of taking that trinomial with a slide and divide, and then, oh, well, what would you do? All right, and in the past, you know, most students just try to randomly guess and check this. All right, I'm not saying you can't find them by randomly guessing and checking. You can. That's just going to take longer. If you come up with a systematic way to find those values of k, it's going to make things